Lord of the Rings Rise to War announced a balance patch that made some people riot. To understand what the community is referring as the evil faction nerf, we need to go back to the first servers announced in Season 2 and the creation of the role-playing option, attending to community requests, and why the game was designed to mix up good and evil in the first place. In Tolkien's writings, he purposely chose not to describe and develop most evil characters, in order to strip them of any chance of the readers have empathy. Good is good and bad is bad. That brought him some predicaments in his later years, where when he was imagining a sequel for Lord of the Rings, he faced a few philosophical questions. In his main book, killing orcs has no moral questioning behind it, differently from the time Aragorn questioned the killing of Haradrim, foreshadowing the future pardon he gave them as King Elessar. When Christopher Tolkien, his son, curated the Silmarillion, he had to choose one of many versions of the orc's origin to include in it, and he chose the one that says, "They were elves once, taken by the dark powers, tortured and mutilated, a terrible, ruined form of life." Since orcs are inherently evil, we managed to have lore on some of them, like Shagrat and Gorbag, that are named and described briefly in the Sidith Ungol passage, fighting Frodo in the Dark Tunnels, or Ugluk and Grishnach, that appears in a passage where Merry and Pippin are captured and eventually flee to Fangorn Forest. The low amount of description of evil characters was a problem Peter Jackson also faced in the movie adaptations. The Orc Lieutenant of the Pelennor Fields battle was the second in command, only below the Witch King, and he was not an orc. In a matter of fact, the books don't describe him enough so we can even know his race. Shakun, Ugtar, and the notorious Lurts were fully created for the movies. It's only logical to assume that the evil men also had chieftains, but in reality we don't know nothing about them. So every evil man, including Black Serpent, Kiron, Yusra, Khaldun, are completely new to the Lord of the Rings universe. The ring wraiths are also left out by Tolkien, since the only one that was named was Camel, that we know to be a former room leader. So if you're keeping track, the canon characters so far in the game are Shagrat, Gorbag, Ugluk, Grishna, and Camel. We can also add Saruman, Mouth of Sauron, and Sauron himself, Grima, and Witch King. That makes a total of 10 evil commanders that are also in the writings. To put it in perspective, the amount of participants on Elrond Council alone was 12, 2 more than all evil characters in the game. Since the movies are widely accepted by fans of the source material, besides having tons of followers by its own, Netease alongside Warner have the rights of the Lord of the Rings movies and they can make good use out of them. And it's safe to say that they have the rights of the whole Third Age, since they added Queen Beruthiel to the game later on, and also Hobbit characters, but not the Hobbit movie licenses. All of that put in perspective the concept of what is role-playing in this game. So moving forward, the developers will have this problem all the time in new patches. They didn't expect the fans to love the game so much that they would want to keep playing the same game without factions being mixed up. But now they have to take this into account, while they make balanced patches to the other side that doesn't care much about the role-playing servers. Moving forward, we don't have many characters to be added. I can give some evil character examples for the Third Age, like Queen Beruthiel that they added. And then we move on to characters that are not exactly humanoids, so it will be awkward to add them as commanders, like Shelob and Durin's Bane. Besides that, we don't have much else to work with. Feel free to leave your opinion about the subject in the comment section down below. I'll catch you guys next time.